Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Shenza Community Center. Today we have a marquee matchup. This is Cedar Valley Roller Derby coming to us all the way from Waterloo-ish, Iowa, facing off against your Omaha Roller Derby team. We'll begin with introductions for the Cedar Valley visitors. Starting with number 5, Risky Frisness. Number .08, Baby Bruise. Number 15, EAD. Number 18, The Great Slambino. Number 19, Wee Banshee. Number 22, Seducci. Number 3, Peach Clobber. I'm sorry, I totally forgot that you were doing it right. Number 4, Richard Ranger. Number 7, Dozer. Number 777, Rage Against the Machine. Number 81, Snooty Cutie. Number 90, Occupational Hazard. Number 99, All Cast, No Breaks. Coached by Danny DeVito, Swing, and Pixie Pop. All right, go get him. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your Omaha Roller Derby. Beginning with number 10, Jinx. Number 100, Potatoes. Number 111, Bones. Number 118, Just Denise. Number 12, Racing Havoc. Number 15, Venus Thigh Trap. Number 1969, Sour Caroline. Number 24, Bird. Number 32, Sass Squad. Number 513, Maxi Bad. Number 53, Ava Avalanche. Number 58, Corn Fed. Number 71, Maul and Bruise Barbie. Number 74, Cat Ion. And number 741, Crime Brulee. Coached by Missy Mayhem, Bam Bam, and Pop Vulture.
I didn't want to do a drink.
I understand.
Can I see that list?
Oh, yeah.
I just want no, like the person list. I just want to say points.
Oh, yeah. I have a whole copy for you guys.
Well,
Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for some roller derby here? All right, as our officials and skaters get set, we're going to see Potatoes on the jam line for your Omaha Roller Derby. I believe that is number 777, Rage Against the Machine, jamming for Cedar Valley. And we are underway, our first jam of this first half. And Cedar Valley, Rage Against the Machine is your lead jammer here for Cedar Valley, excuse me. Potatoes out of the pack as well. South Carolina with a nice bump on Rage Against the Machine, get them out of bounds. Both jammers approaching the pack. Rage Against the Machine does call it off. After that quick first jam, that is Bird on the jam line for ORD. Sorry? Thank you. Oh, up against number 19, Wee Banshee for Cedar Valley. And it is the Wee Banshee who is through. Both jammers through the pack. It is Wee Banshee who is lead jammer. And that jam is called off before either jammer can score some points. It is number 81, Snooty Kitty for Cedar Valley jamming. And it's also number 74, Cat Ion jamming for Omaha Roller Derby.
That's anything we have for a second. That's no.
I don't think so. If it is, it's real quiet. Looks like a star pass on behalf of Cat Ion to Just Denise for Omaha Roller Derby as Snooty Kitty tries to make their first passing attempt. And there's the first points on the board for Cedar Valley. First point scored for this bout. And Just Denise is through for 4 points of her own. And Kitty through for 4 additional. Good blocking there from Cedar Valley on Just Denise. Meanwhile, Snooty Kitty is new for 4 additional points for Cedar Valley Roller Derby. Traffic jam out there. Snooty Kitty does beat Cat Iron for 4 more points for Cedar Valley. Going to try and make this perhaps a 20-point jam. Just Denise putting in her all against these blockers from Cedar Valley. A trio of ORD blockers trying to keep Snooty Kitty contained, but cannot. It was now a 20-point jam for Cedar Valley. That jam comes to a close. 7 points scored there for Omaha Roller Derby. 21 scored for Cedar Valley.
I don't know.
We are underway here for this next jam. That is jamming for Omaha Roller Derby. The Great Slambino jamming for Cedar Valley. Your ORD jammer Potatoes is lead jammer. Both jammers running up against some good blocking here. The Great Slambino is through on their initial pass. Potatoes trying to make it through their first scoring pass. Knocked out of bounds well, calls that jam off before the Great Slambino can get any points for Cedar Valley. We have here. Rage Against the Machine, one of my favorite names personally, jamming for Cedar Valley. Meanwhile, that is Bird jamming for ORD. Rage Against the Machine with a burst of speed to get out in front. And is your lead jammer. Stiff blocking from those Cedar Valley visitors, knocking Bird out of bounds. Soul crushing Bird in the process, making it go all the way back before she can get to the pack. Good blocking from ORD against Rage Against the Machine, but Rage is through for 4. Was a star pass from Bird to Jinx, number 10 for Omaha Roller Derby, trying to get some momentum going here. Jinx threw a nice burst of speed of their own on their initial pass, and to come around for some points, hopefully. Rage Against the Machine threw for 4 on tacking onto, Cedar Valley's. Jinx with 1 blocker to beat, and they do. That's 4 points for Omaha Roller Derby. Rage Against the Machine trying to face off against 3 blockers. Jinx also, once again, that tremendous blocking from Cedar Valley. That's number 15, EAD, just putting a beating down on Jinx. ORD putting in some good blocking of their own, keeping Rage almost at a standstill thanks to Sour Caroline Cornfed. And it looks like that's Bird on the end. Good hit from Sour Caroline trying to keep Rage contained, and 2-on-1 there. Both jammers with some real big facing some real big blocking, Big hit from 15 on Jinx. Rage Against the Machine is through for 4, and this jam comes to a close. Heavy hitting here today, folks. Derby is not for the faint of heart. That is number 18, the Great Slambino, jamming for Cedar Valley. But not quite yet. We will have an official timeout in the interim. Oh, we Banshee? Thank you. I apologize. Oh,
Right.
I thought I fixed it. I did not.
pardon me. That was that is going to be Wee Banshee who's jamming for Cedar Valley. As we wait for the official timeout to resolve, don't forget to join all of us at the after party down in Scriptown Brewery down in Blackstone, skaters and officials alike. Get to talk game and just talk shop and just enjoy a lovely Saturday afternoon indoors, away from the wind, away from the cold weather. That whistle means we're about to get ready to get back underway here.
Figured out.
Your score with about 8 minutes gone in this bout, 18 for ORD, 33 for Cedar Valley.
Right. All right. We'll figure it out.
Wee Banshee is your lead jammer for this bout for Cedar Valley. Venus Sidetrap jamming for Omaha Roller Derby, making their first appearance today. Wee Banshee threw for 4. That jam is called off. You feel free to take the mic if you say.
What it means.
It looks like Cutie on the jam line. We'll have another official timeout first before we get back to the action. Or not. Now, the end of that last jam saw Venus Flytrap in the penalty box, meaning this will start out as a paper jam for Cedar Valley and Cutie. Good agility for Cutie to get through, and Cutie is your lead jammer. Hold that. The burst of speed, and Cutie is through for 4. Cutie dashes past Bones for 4 points. Venus Flytrap, meanwhile, is back on the track. That was 3 points tacked on to the end of that last jam for Shitty Cutie, bringing this to a 30-point lead for Cedar Valley. Just about 20 minutes left to go in this first half.
Good try. Great done.
Potatoes is your jammer for Omaha Roller Derby. And unless my eyes deceive me, that is number 18, the Great Slambino, jamming for Cedar Valley. Potatoes trying to get an apex jump, but that blocking is just a little too stiff from Cedar Valley. One blocker to beat, and Potatoes is out first. Oh, and here comes the Great Slambino, not too far behind. Potatoes maybe with a chance to get a few quick points. And that is the case. Potatoes calling off that jam, does score a full 4 points. Rage Against the Machine on the jam line for Cedar Valley. Looks like none other than Cat Ion jamming for Omaha Roller Derby. Oh, Cat Ion is out first for Omaha. Rage Against the Machine not too far behind. It's a bit of a matter of speed here. Cat Ion can get through and get a few quick points perhaps for calling off that jam. And that pack is moving fast, folks. Big head on Cat Ion, and Cat Ion forced to call off that jam. It does look like it was not totally in vain, though. 2 points scored for ORD. Hand this off to that desperate people.
Good. It looks like we have the potatoes on the jam line.
Up next on the jam line, we have Cat Ion or Omaha Roller Derby. And for Cedar Valley,
Oh, the Great Slambino.
the Great no,
Good name. Just trying to get a good hit in there from Venus Flytrap. Sorry, Venus Flytrap.
it's behind that.
Oh. That is the one, the only potatoes on the jam line for your Omaha Roller Derby team against Rage Against the Machine for Cedar Valley. Just kidding. We're going to have a team timeout for Omaha Roller Derby. And if you wish you could be out there just going at a million miles an hour and slamming into others, feel free to come out to the Omaha Roller Derby Learn to Skate event. It's held right here at the Shenzhen Community Center on May 25th, 6 to 7:30 p.m. You can find more information on the Omaha Roller Derby Facebook page. Right. Keep my mic as hot as possible. Shoot from the hip.
Yeah, as you say it with the mic on. If you are currently also watching in venue, we are having technical difficulties, so I will be your host for the food side of.
That's the place to be. This is the place to be, but YouTube is the second best place to be.
Are we positive that we really want to be in the YouTubes at this point in time?
Specifically on this channel, in this particular stream, absolutely.
All right, it looks as though that we have potatoes on jam.
We're back underway here. Potatoes is jamming for Omaha Roller Derby. Potatoes is your lead jammer for ORD. Massive hit from Cedar Valley onto Mullen Bruce Barbie. My goodness, felt that in my gut. Potatoes is through for 4.
Like 7, 8,
Oh, so this is an attempt, perhaps an attempt at Star Pass and Rage Against the Machine.
basically similar to the DC comic book villain, like Ra's al Ghul.
I would imagine that's yeah.
Yeah, well, it looks like Ra's. That's awful.
Rage did finally get through without needing a Star Pass. Potatoes made his way through. That's 8 points for Omaha Roller Derby, closing that gap to just 20. 36 points for Omaha Roller Derby, 56 for Cedar Valley.
It looks as though that we have black and blue covered on the jam line for Omaha Roller Derby, and I believe that looks to be number. Is it going to be 18 or 19? According to their earlier today, so I'm going to see that number. It looks like number 19. Oh, and a big hit by number 4 as a soul crush. Really?
Excuse me. We're not too far behind. We managed to get a result for Omaha Derby blocker.
He calls it.
So we managed to get 2 points in that effort, but ORD managed 1. So anyone's game, 12 and a half minutes left in this first half. Good choice.
I felt as though things were getting just a little bit too stiff. So we decided to throw in some of the more personal techno that I listened to.
In fact, actually, you use a new jammer for Cedar Valley. So he was from jamming for Omaha Roller Derby. Because if you don't need to have them so many bucks. Took my online thing off so we can overlap. Now we're getting us the online.
Oh, that's what beautiful. Well, I certainly do hope that my mic is picking you up, as it might seem like I might just have a one-sided conversation here.
I'll put it back on. I'll be bullied into putting it back on. Don't worry. Just trying to give you the floor for your excellent commentary.
Oh, that's perfectly fine, and I appreciate it. Part of the most fun part about announcing is the waffling that happens. Unfortunately, only the YouTubers are going to be getting it this time around. Don't you guys feel lucky?
We are back underway here for this next jam. Potatoes once again jamming for Omaha Roller Derby. The great Slambino going to try and add some points on for Cedar Valley. Oh, no, does make it past that big apex jump from Potatoes. Oh, and the jam's called off, but what a jump. Makes my knees hurt, but it looks terrific.
Knees and the ankles.
Everything, really.
You ever have that fall from a really big height when you were younger, like on a fence?
No, I'm afraid of heights.
Oh,
I
okay.
was.
Well, one time I did that jump and you could just kind of feel it like go all the way up your body.
Bird jamming for Omaha Roller Derby, hoping to fly around the track here. Up against Wee Banshee, number 19 for Cedar Valley.
As
Cedar Valley is, sorry, Wee Banshee is your lead jammer here in the 17th jam of the session. Bird not too far behind. Cedar Valley has, looks like 4 full points there total before Bird and ORD can get in there for some points of their own.
Looks like we have Pat Ion on for the jam line for Omaha Roller Derby, and number 81 is Shin Cutie for Cedar Valley.
Your jammers here in this 17th jam of the first half. Cat Ion for ORD. Snooty Cutie for Cedar Valley. Good blocking there from ORD to keep Snooty from bursting ahead. Cat Ion almost there, but it is Snooty Cutie who's out there and is their lead jammer for Cedar Valley. Once again, just that back-breaking blocking from Cedar Valley on ORD's jammer. Beauties through for 4 points for Cedar Valley. Cat Ion still struggling to break through that just excessively, well, like tremendously good blocking.
That is start pass. Look at him go. Yes, definitely.
That was a star pass from Cat Ion to Denise. Just Denise, excuse me. Shooting Kitty, meanwhile, was through for 4 additional points. Going to try and make this a double-digit jam with 1 more scoring pass.
Oh,
Good combination there from South Carolina and Jinx to bring down Shooting Kitty for a moment, but unfortunately, Shooting Kitty is through for 4 more. Or I guess fortunately, if you're a Cedar Valley fan, that's for sure.
like oh, a toss or something. Looks as though there might have been their wheel,
Oh, I wonder.
or it could have been. Oh, it's a wheel.
What's About 23 seconds left in this jam. Snooty Cutie is going to try and make it a 16-point effort. Well, that jam comes to an end before Cat Ion can break through the pad. It was a 16-point effort for Snooty Cutie and Cedar Valley. Your score with about 7.5 minutes left, 37 for ORD, 82 for Cedar Valley.
And it looks as though that we have an official timeout, which means that we
That whistle means we have an official timeout on the track. If you're like me and all you can think about ever is roller derby, you should do what I do every single night of my life and go on YouTube to watch these matches back. Search the Omaha Roller Derby on YouTube to watch all the action.
remember. For those of you that are on the internet, it is THE, not THEE. There's a difference.
There is a difference. Luckily, whoever created the channel is not in Shakespearean times.
Did you know that the like the with the double E is not actually just us just dropping off the E for the duh. It does actually mean something else. One of my one of my most favorite fun facts about this, though, is that the reason why we have different spelling from other parts of Europe is because back during the we will come back to this story in just a moment.
We're about ready to get back underway here for this next jam. With a penalty box that's pretty full, it's like 3 players from both teams in the box. 3 players combined, excuse me. Potatoes jamming up against 3 blockers from Cedar Valley. Potatoes does make it through for ORD. What an effort, my goodness. Tough sledding out there, just 2 ORD blockers up against all 4 for Cedar Valley. Bird trying real hard to clear some room for Potatoes there.
And there is just a massive drop.
Potatoes is through for 4 points, trying to just eat away slowly at that lead from Cedar Valley. Well, that's right. Well, you know, I got to get my head in the game. And Potatoes fighting hard for another scoring pass here. Can he get there? He does. That's 4 more points for Omaha.
We have Smoothies, of course.
Good work there by both ORG and eventually Snooty Cutie to get through. That jam comes to a close.
It looks as though that we have one the penalty box for Omaha Roller Derby.
That 1-1-1, that bones. With that 10-point effort from Potatoes and ORG, that brings the score here 47-82. 5.5 minutes left in this first half. Time flies when you're having fun and watching roller derby. Back underway here on the track. That is making her first appearance of the day, Maul and Bruce Barbie for Omaha Roller Derby. Meanwhile, it is number 18, the Great Slambino for Cedar Valley. The Great Slambino is your lead jammer for this particular jam. Four points there for the Great Slambino in Cedar Valley, as Barbie is just fighting against some intense blocking. I'm running out of adjectives to describe it. Crime Brulee for ORD, making good effort to soul crush the Great Slambino there. It's Crime Brulee on one end, Corn Fed on the other. These blockers for ORD trying their darndest.
So that there's a slight shuffle.
Ball and Bruce Barbie looking to lay down some bruises now. A good hit from Barbie. Unfortunately, that did result in a penalty from Ball and Bruce Barbie, meaning this is a power jam for the Great Slambino and Cedar Valley. About 33 seconds left in this jam. Lead jammer permitting, of course.
Yeah, it looks as though they're just going to play for the whole 2 minutes.
I think
that's a good hit by Corn Fed.
Now, I think Great Slambino will want to call off this jam before Barbie gets back on the track, and that is what happens. So that Cedar Valley starts in the power jam next time. Now, you heard that whistle ends the jam prematurely. Ball and Bruce Barbie will remain in the penalty box for the start of this next jam. Meaning that Cedar Valley will start, briefly on a power jam. Good strategic maneuver there by Cedar Valley. I do love a strategic maneuver. Rage Against the Machine jamming for Cedar Valley. Very quickly, Rage Against the Machine out in front for your lead jammer. Barbie back on the track, heading that brief power jam. Immediately takes a stiff hit there from Cedar Valley blockers. Rage is through in the interim for 4 points. And you can see in front there, folks, that was a star pass there from Barbie to Bird. Bird coming in at speed. That jam is called off. Bird did manage to get all 4 points in that pass. 6 points for Cedar Valley. Good tracks here. Good music here in Schenzel Community Center.
Hansel, you mean Schneisel?
Hey, Schneisel?
I think it's Schneisel. At least that's what my phone says. But you know how the phones work nowadays.
Technology, am I right? We're underway here for this next jam. Potatoes once again jamming for Omaha Roller Derby.
And we have a file.
Yeah. Multi-car pile up there at the back of the pack. Like my co-commentator Sam here said, we Banshees jamming for Cedar Valley. We'll try to allow Cedar Valley, that is, excuse me, to break the triple-digit mark here. However, it looks like that is not to be this go-around. The one and only Cat Eye on jamming for Omaha Roller Derby. It's really funny.
And it looks as though that we have number 81. Cutie.
Shooty Kitty once again making an appearance on the jam line for Cedar Valley. And once again, Shooty Kitty is our lead jammer. Both jammers with their initial pass completed. Shooty Kitty, however, trying to make a second scoring pass. And does do so. And calls off the jam. See if Cat Eye could have scored any points. It looks as though that is not the case. So that was an 8-point jam for Cedar Valley, taking Cedar Valley above the 100-point mark and widening that lead to 56 points in favor of Cedar Valley.
Right. It looks as though that we have about 5 more seconds in the period. I'm not sure if we're waiting too long or what the game plan is here.
Should be it. That whistle means your unofficial score going into intermission is 51 Omaha Roller Derby, 107 for Cedar Valley Roller Derby. Now, if you're thirsty and hungry as all get out, like I am after watching all that action, take yourself on over to the concession stand, get some fuel for your body, because we have 14 and a half minutes until we are ready to get back underway. We'll be back with you then.
All right, let's check this out. This mic is fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about 60 seconds away from getting back to the action for our second timer. Grab your seats, grab your last refreshments, and buckle up. You can start. What happened to my fun face?
It disappeared right there. No, no, look, it's right there.
That's terrifying. Oh, I messed it up myself. We'll get there. Start here. That's better. Switch it up for the second half. Okay.
It looks as though that we have a jam line. Potatoes for almost third. And number 777. Race against the machine.
We are underway here in the second half.
Potatoes.
Good blocking there by Sour Caroline on Rage Against the Machine. Very, very high efficiency jam there for ORD, trying to eat away slowly at that 52-point lead that Cedar Valley holds.
You know what else? High efficiency. We now have 2 ORD fights.
We do. Thank goodness.
So we now have both announcers back.
Not only on the streaming service here, but in real life.
And it looks as though that we have Cat Ion on the Paul Roller Derby jam line. And it looks as though that we have. Yep, it looks as though that it's Banshee number
Thank you.
9. Banshee taking the lead jam spot.
Cat Ion finding some real stiff blocking here from Cedar Valley once again. Oh.
It looks as though we have both teams blockers part of the 4 points for Cedar Valley.
Yeah.
We have Cat Ion there. Time to start scoring.
What a hit from Cornfed on number 7. Dozer for Cedar Valley. My goodness. And that jam comes to a close.
Also, we do want to give a big shout out and thank you for the refs that are volunteering today, as well as every other staff here at Augusta. It looks as though we have Bird on the jam line for Omaha Roller Derby. And I believe it is on the jam line for Cedar Valley.
Yeah, Snooty Cutie already with a number of very successful jams here. Potentially trying to whip this gap open even more. Off to a good start. Snooty Cutie is your lead jammer. Bird's still fighting through that horrendous Cedar Valley blocking.
You know what that means?
This is it's not a power jam.
It's not a power jam.
I wish.
No, much like myself, power jam is when the jammer from the other goes in the This is very different from where when any player that's the boss.
I'll tell you what, NHL playoffs start today for those interested. Snooty Cutie did make it through, by the way, back to roller derby. 4 more points here. This is a 12-point jam, it looks like, for Snooty Cutie and Cedar Valley.
And for those that are staying after the game, you would like to send an invite out to game after party in
Striptown?
It's located at Striptown, the Blackstone district of Omaha. It looks like we have potatoes up on the jam line for Omaha Roller Derby. We have, and it looks, I believe that is Great Flambino go.
Good eyes, Sam. Good eyes.
40 minutes. 10, 8.
The potatoes will try and make an effort to reduce this gap with Cedar Valley, but Potatoes is your lead jammer.
Have potatoes coming in for a scoring pass.
What an apex jump, ladies and gentlemen! Huge apex jump gives those 4 points to Omaha Roller Derby.
Right, it looks like we have Venus High Trap jamming for Omaha Roller.
Not quite yet. Sounds like an official review.
All right.
Looks like from ORD, or on ORD's behalf.
All right.
Can you see White Jammer? I can't even see the White Jammer. Oh, it's a Rage with machine. Let me get back to this action here. Shortly, it'll be Venus Thigh Trap on the jam line, like Sam said, for ORD, up against Rage Against the Machine for Cedar Valley. In the NHL playoffs, the only game on right now, the Ottawa Senators are 0, Carolina Hurricanes with 1. Got 19 minutes left in the third period. Man, I love hockey. Second favorite sport after roller derby.
Also, a big thank you to the people who are out repairing the track again today as well. This would not be able to.
They will not retain those 4 points.
Ooh. The result of that official review, Omaha Roller Derby will not retain those 4 points scored in the prior jam. Blast from the past. Good song. That whistle means we're about ready to get back underway here. Your adjusted score 55, ORD 127 for Cedar Valley. But still, what an apex jump there from Potatoes. The Rage Against the Machine is through and is your lead jammer here for Cedar Valley. And that is some good blocking there from Cedar Valley once again on the Venus Thigh Trap. Good attempt from Ava Avalanche there, but Rage Against the Machine is through for 4. With some speed on the outside, Rage is through for 4 more points to Cedar Valley.
Ooh. One of those small nuance penalties, correctional.
Oh, the directional. That's why I can't play roller derby. I'd be getting that all the time.
Yeah.
Wrong direction.
Wrong direction.
So I believe it is skating against the pack, specifically. You're supposed to keep moving with them, I believe. In the interim, Just Denise now with the star pass for ORD. Rage Against the Machine has accumulated a 16-point jam here for Cedar Valley.
Today, out on the two jammers as they skated right light.
That's true. No jammer on jammer violence. Yeah, very strong jam there from Cedar Valley. 16 points, bringing the lead to almost 100, almost 90. That is. It's like an 88-point lead if my math is correct. I think.
Don't ask me. I don't do that.
Wee Banshee is your jammer for Cedar Valley up against Cat Eye for Omaha Roller Derby. Oh, good move there from Cat Eye, and Cat Eye is your lead jammer.
Look control that. She has some power.
That's right, Sam. That was a power jam. Looks like Cat Eye did call off that jam after, getting 2 points for ORD. That means ORD will start with a power jam as well for this next jam.
It looks as though that we have potatoes out on the jam line.
So good strategy here by ORD, trying to bring out Potatoes, known for his speed and agility, to rack up some points here during this power jam. Good move. Oh, nice on the inside. Sorry. Ooh, big block there by Cedar Valley. My goodness.
That provided balance. The balance.
Tell you what, some of these hits run into him. Yeah, South Carolina and Jinx, I believe both of them, they co-won the Best Blocker Awards, if I recall correctly, at recent ORD Awards Gala.
Also, a little bit of a fun fact. So they a lot of synergy with one another. It's the best way to describe it. Alright, and it looks as though we have a jam line, Lord, and I cannot see the number. I don't see the valley. It's like it's 81.
Sure. Thank you.
Yep.
Snooty versus number 12, Racing Havoc. If the phones would have made that hit on Snooty, it would have been something to watch. Tell you what, these are hard-hitting folks. Ooh.
Yes. Oh.
20 minutes left in this second half. Score is 69 for Omaha Roller Derby, 147 for Cedar Valley Roller Derby.
And it looks as though that we had this eye trap out on the jam line for Omaha Roller Derby. And number seven.
Racing out.
I apologize. Great side.
I should get an eye exam to make sure I can see too. So
I'll be honest, sometimes I wonder why I even wear these glasses.
Venus Flytrap is through, and is your lead jammer for Omaha Roller Derby. Big opportunity here.
You know, in amazing. There's
No kidding, just barely stayed in bounds. Great effort there from the great Slandino.
why you go into your core, work that out.
appears to be a scoreless jam there. Such is the life of a block-heavy bout here, like we're seeing today.
Looks like on the jam line. For almost on colors. And
Oh, power
yeah,
jam.
looks as though there's a power. Midway through, it all depends on also.
Yeah, exactly. Tremendous opportunity here. Potatoes as your lead jammer, trying to take full advantage of this power jam for however long it may last. Oh, Potatoes does follow South Carolina through and almost gets 4 points, but Potatoes is off to the box.
And as per you, we cannot have two jammers in the box at the same time. So the power jam has now been passed off to Cedar Valley, which also means there's no lead jammer.
Exactly. We will go the full duration of this jam. Minute 15 left.
It looks like they're coming out again.
Cheer for the blockers out there.
As Potatoes make their way back out onto the track.
As Omaha Roller Derby trying to set up here, but Potatoes coming in with speed. Oh, wow, what a nice day. It's a nice move. That is 4 points for Potatoes in Omaha Roller Derby. They're trying to come around for another score.
One more.
Nice.
Half the break. So making their way back.
The Great Slambinos threw on their initial pass. They'll try to make a scoring pass as well here, but Potatoes may want to consider calling this off before. Oh, excuse me, that's right. Cannot call it off. Thank you, sir.
Got another 5 seconds of this ball bat.
Well, a good 8-point jam there for Omaha Roller Derby. Looks like 4 tacked on for, 12 points for Omaha Roller Derby, 4 for Cedar Valley.
Right, it looks like we have
Rage.
Yep, it looks like this is a Rangers, Cedar Valley, and Cat Line for Omaha Roller Derby.
That was some good work there from ORD trying to narrow the gap. Now down to 70-point lead for Cedar Valley. Still just under 16 minutes left in this bout.
And I am still fighting through.
Destination Court been trying to keep Rage against Machine at bay, but Rage is through for 4.
We have Cat Ion attempting a star pass.
I wonder who it'll be to. Oh, it's to the pivot. Bird. It's what it's going to be to. It's going to be to the pivot. All right. And Rage calls that off. Excuse me, saying sorry. There's an 8-point jam for Cedar Valley.
Looks like we're on the shoe line. For Cedar Valley.
You know, I don't really know of any bird calls that are just screaming bird, but I guess that works.
That looks funny.
Oh, Lee Banshee avoids an attempted hit from Barbie and is through for your lead jam position. To Bones. Yeah, these Cedar Valley blockers trying to prevent that physical star pass. The pivot, the blocker wearing that single stripe on the top of their helmet must receive physically the star cap in order to be declared the new jammer. That has happened.
We have 1-1-1 ball as jammer.
Yeah, Bones making their first appearance as jammer here, albeit via a star pass, but still trying to score some points for ORD. In the interim, Wee Banshee is through for 4 additional points, tacking on to that Cedar Valley lead.
Got Bones trying to make their way through.
Good hit there by Ava Avalanche, but not quite enough for Wee Banshee to get through for 4 more points.
So they're going to and the power game for Cedar Valley. Looks like there was a occurred during that match.
That's right. Looks like Bones committed some sort of heinous penalty and is off to the penalty box. Now a 16-point jam for Wee Banshee and Cedar Valley, trying to make it 20 here. And looks like not quite 19 points, but still 19 points in that jam for Wee Banshee and Cedar Valley. Followed quickly by an official timeout. Now, very quickly, once again, if you want to be covered in bruises but have fun receiving them, our Learn to Skate events right here at the Shenzel Community Center on May 26th can fulfill that desire. 6 to 7:30 p.m. There is more information on the Omaha Roller Derby Facebook page.
Change for his last 3 points. So instead of the 3 points that I just awarded, it's going to be 1 point instead. So my team needs to be deducted 2 points.
That official timeout appears to have been a scoreboard adjustment. It was a reduction in the points earned from Cedar Valley on that last scoring pass from 19 total points in that jam to 17. So a reduction in that final pass from 3 points awarded to 1 point. This next jam, the 12th of the second half, will feature Snooty Cutie on the jam line for Cedar Valley. But this is a power jam with Bones still confined to the penalty box for Omaha. Now, Snooty Cutie has been featured in quite a few of the higher scoring jams here. So it could be a pretty significant opportunity for Cedar Valley to widen that lead even further. I know. Yeah.
What wasn't originally during this time? So it essentially looked as if that there was a pivot passing to another pivot for a minute.
We do love the nuances of roller derby in that way. Snooty Cutie has not yet scored points so far, which is a benefit to ORD. Potatoes has just scored 4 points. That blocking from ORD holding up well for the moment.
Also,
Excuse me.
that there's that minimize that it's raining power.
Snooty and Cedar Valley do score 2 points out of that last jam.
Looks as though that we have looks like number 18, the great Slambino, out on the jam line for Cedar and Venus by track Omaha Roll.
Good hit there from number 741, Creme Brulee.
Knocked out by Creme Brulee.
That time, the Great Slambino does manage to stay in bounds. And the Great Slambino is your lead jammer for Cedar Valley. Great Slambino coming in at speed here. ORD blockers trying their best to keep them at bay. It's like 1 point of word to Cedar Valley. Knows what up. Just under 10 minutes here in this last half. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a 2-point jam for Omaha Roller Derby. So just under 10 minutes left in the second half. That's 87 for Omaha Roller Derby, 179 for Cedar Valley. That is the one, the only Cat Ion jamming for ORD, and the one, the only Rage Against the Machine for Cedar Valley. Whether intentional or not, that was a very good demonstration of using your opponent's momentum to still get past. Previously, Bartlett tried to lay a hit on Rage Against the Machine, but Rage was able to deflect it and take lead jam position. Huge hit from number 5. Risky Frizzness on Cedar Valley does allow Rage Against the Machine to get through for 4 additional points, trying to push that 200-point mark for this bout's total. Rage is through for 4 more. It's now a 12-point jam for Cedar Valley. Just under a minute left in this jam, assuming it goes in full duration. Rage running into some stiff blocking here, as is Cat Ions. Same thing we've seen all day, a lot of real good blocking. That was a 16-point jam for Cedar Valley Roller Derby, bringing their total in this bout to 195.
Like to be sent down on the jam line. Nope. It's not one for Omaha or Cedar Valley. Then we have the out for Omaha Roller Derby.
It's a real dynamic set of blockers there for Cedar Valley. It takes Cornfed to come in and allow Potatoes to speed off. Jammers neck and neck here.
Are the jammers going to choose? So, oh, yeah.
Holy cow.
Almost like the pack is up, as Potato calls it.
Almost fell out of my seat. Wow. My goodness. Well, if that doesn't get your blood pumping, I don't know what will, folks.
Oh, it looks like we got an official review. Or blue. That would be a hollow review. It's good.
That's the official title of my bed.
Baseball.
So, right. I'll run out there and take it.
Again,
Good afternoon.
In the review.
It looks as though games here.
MTT to assessed against the white jammer. Preferred by it. Trying to listen up. Okay, thank you. So intense. So something
About ready to get back underway to the action. Here with about 6.5 minutes left. Probably Bird versus Snooty Cutie on the jam line for ORD and Cedar Valley, respectively.
Now we had Snooty immediately breaking away.
Snooty Cutie already completing the first scoring pass here. One more point, and that would bring Cedar Valley into the 200-point range. This next jam will feature Venus Thigh Trap, number 15 for Omaha Roller Derby. Believes that is the Great Slambino. That is the Great Slambino, number 18 for Cedar Valley. Holy cow! Brutal. My goodness. Quick and efficient jam there for Cedar Valley, taking them into the 200-point range. 4 points in that last jam for Cedar Valley. About 4.5 minutes left in this battle.
like, oh, it's a cookie.
The one, the only Potatoes is jamming for Omaha Roller Derby, and Potatoes is your lead jammer.
For Cedar Valley.
Potatoes calls off that jam before Rage Against the Machine can make it back for a scoring pass of her own. Screeching.
We have Andy out on the jam line for Cedar Valley, and we have Pat Pye on here.
I think 19. I think. Yes. 19. So once again, immensely impressive walking out there on both sides. Still no lead jammer, 30 seconds in. We Banshee through for 4 more points for Cedar Valley. Cat Iron once again struggling against these just determined, fierce blockers from Cedar Valley. There, collision there. We Banshee almost made it through, but is just out of bounds there. No doubt the second time, though, that's 4 more points for Cedar Valley. That's right. And without physically having the pivot cap in, it means you cannot make that start pass. Versus speed sends Lee Banshee through for 4 more points for Cedar Valley. About 70 seconds left in this bout. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a huge round of applause for all these athletes and skaters here today for the effort we're seeing.
M-line for Omaha Boulder Derby. So that we
Shaking. And Deja Vu shooting through right away for lead jam position again. Jinx, though, not too far behind for ORD. Speed is the name of this jam. Excuse me. Both jammers coming in fast.
And so show that no points were scored during this.
I think that should be it then. Huh? Oh no.
We got a clean timeout.
A very timely timeout. I believe the bout would have ended if that had not occurred. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to join us at the after party down in Scriptown Brewery in the Blackstone district of Omaha to get some good food, good drinks, and just enjoy the company of fellow roller derby enthusiasts. Sorry?
I was just watching.
Really? I didn't know.
It's like we're going for one more jam. Let's get a round of applause for these athletes one more time. If they can take us out with the power jam. And it's a
Potatoes out for your lead. Potatoes is out and is your lead jammer here for Omaha Roller Derby. Potatoes through for 4 more points.
all right, Aaron. You're just back out.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's your unofficial score: 100 for Omaha Roller Derby, 215 for Cedar Valley Roller Derby. I'm just going to announce it when it's final. That whistle means that's your final score, ladies and gentlemen. 100 points for Omaha Roller Derby, 215 for Cedar Valley. Please feel free to come up to the edge of the track and give these athletes a well-deserving high five as they come around.